This video provides insights into team-specific scheme and personnel in order for us, the fantasy owners, to gain an intellectual edge in our fantasy formats. We use NFL game film to uncover and discover what players are really doing in the game and translate that into increased knowledge for making fantasy picks. Week 9, the Tampa Bay offense against the Carolina defense. It's time to get QB Ryan Fitzpatrick back in lineups, in addition to their 4 primary pass catchers. We won't find a team better suited to the passing game in fantasy than the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Per Pro Football Reference, they are first in total offensive yards, first in total passing yards, and third in passing touchdowns. In contrast, they rank in the bottom 3rd in rush attempts and bottom 5 in rushing yards and yards per attempt. We know Mike Evans is the alpha in this group, averaging almost 10 targets a game. Their other 3 fantasy pass catchers average between 5 and 6 targets a game. That's why this offense is elite for fantasy. They throw the ball down the field. They throw it on almost 2/3 of their offensive snaps, and they attack the intermediate and deep part of the field. Combined, these 4 average 17.3 yards per reception. In Fitzpatrick's first 2 games, the Bucs revealed a formation tendency. Whenever they came out in 12 personnel, 1 running back, and 2 tight ends in a double inline set, they ran the ball with Peyton Barber. Opposing defenses study game film to establish offensive tendencies. A third of the time, Tampa Bay does run the ball, and they use it to assist and enhance their passing game. And here we see that 12 personnel set again. We have some of the key fantasy players present on this play. O.J. Howard, Peyton Barber, Ryan Fitzpatrick, and to the wide side of the field we have 2 receivers, one of them being Mike Evans. From the end zone view we have 7 blockers against Pittsburgh's 8 defenders. Pittsburgh is going to play cover 1 in coverage. All 5 Tampa Bay eligible receivers will have a defender responsible for them, and there will be 1 deep defender who can help with any deep in-breaking or vertical routes. Conceptually, the Bucs receivers are going to run a dagger concept, with Mike Evans running the deep in route. Barber and Howard are going to run short crossers that Fitzpatrick can check down to if he doesn't feel comfortable with the deep routes. When the ball is snapped, we see the man defenders covering 4 of the 5 eligible receivers. One of the tight ends stayed in to block, and this cues his defender to blitz. This is called a green dog blitz. If your man blocks, then rush the quarterback. No point in covering nothing. The deep safety sees the vertical route and will need to help the trailing man defender. Fitzpatrick, which he usually does, has a clean pocket to throw from. And the vertical route clears out a ton of space for Mike Evans to break in and gain some yards after catch. An uptick in fantasy points for multiple players, all from a simple marriage of Buccaneer run and pass. All 6 of the Bucs' key fantasy players are rosterable, and 5 of the 6, with the exception of Peyton Barber, are starters in fantasy lineups this week at Carolina. Ideally, Barber should be at least 3rd on one's running back depth chart. He is an adequate backup in the event of bye weeks or injury. Continue to start or look to add Tampa Bay key fantasy players for this Week 9 and the remainder of the season. Thank you for watching. This has been a Dume Pro Presentation.